Okay, good. It's kind of an advertisement. Uh, this time, uh, I'm I'm doing developing a class, uh, statistics using R Studio actually. Have you heard about the R Studio? Um, when we do research, then we use Excel many times. It's like that data analysis using Excel. But other program, more like the language, computer language, uh, that is R and then R Studio. So this time I'm doing now. So developing statistics using R. But here at Marywood University, there is no way to teach that course. But it's like a voluntary teaching class I want to make. And then if someone like you interested in, then I will to teach that maybe kind of workshop, not regular class, but I think it will be help you when you get a job. Even it is not in regular curriculum, but if you learn about that, then it will help you. So this time I think it's kind of about 12 sessions. So if there is students interested in, then I will start like from mid-October until December. So I meet one time a week, about 2 hour session, and then about actually it should be 12, but I can make like 10 sessions. Then you will learn and then master the R Studio. So if you are interested in, then email me. Then I will like a survey how many students interested in. And then if you know somebody interested in that kind of technology for the research and analysis data, then let me know. Okay. Sure. Today, we will talk about research process. Okay, when we do research, it's kind of steps. First, do something and so on like that, kind of steps. First step is clarifying the research question. So now you decided research topic. So for example, my case, my case topic was like effectiveness of face mask to mitigate coronavirus spreading and so on. So that is topic. And then a research question can be like that. If face mask can reduce or mitigate coronavirus spread, that is my topic and research question. And then develop the research question first, and then research proposal, make a research proposal. If a company has a problem, then a certain team try to find what is the problem and then solve that problem. Then they need like a budget and workers, employees, and so on. So make a proposal and then approve and then start the research. And then if proposal is accepted, then develop the research design. How can do the research? How can get data? And then which data? And then what analysis tool use? And so on. And then data collection and data analysis, and then final report, and so on like that. So this is the research process. First, stage one, clarifying the research question. So first, not all research question developed like this, but in many cases, discover management dilemma, define management question, and then define research question. So to develop research question, many cases develop this one first and so on like this. From one of my previous researches, one of Hyundai suppliers had a problem, something like an business loss. So sell to the parts to Hyundai, but continuously no profit, just a deficit, loss. So the company's management dilemma of that company was loss, business loss, or deficit. And then define management question. What is cause of that deficit or loss? And then research question. Many like solutions, how solve that problem. So one of them was labor cost. By research, the company found the labor cost was too high, and then maybe there are more many related problem, but the cause, the biggest cause of that deficit was labor cost. So research question was like that. If reduce labor cost, then the deficit or loss reduced, and then profit occur like that. So say again, dilemma was the business loss or deficit. Then management question. what is cause of that business loss or deficit? And then research question. Among many solutions, the biggest solution is cut the labor cost. So research question is if reduce labor cost, then the business loss or deficit decrease, like that. So first, clarifying research question from your topic. So like this. So there is this chart show example. Management dilemma. An increasing number of letters and phone complaints about post-purchase service. So this is the dilemma. And then management question, what should be done to improve? The complete care program for mind writer, product repairs and servicing. And then research questions, many of them to solve that problem, dilemma. Then maybe among them, maybe one or two, the most possible or feasible solution. And then based on that, the question can be developed like that. Okay. And then research question should be relate to a problem that currently exists in an organizational setting. So research question should be related to the problem or dilemma, to solve the problem and dilemma. And then should relate to an area that a manager believes needs to be improved in the organization. It should be solution. It should be solution of that part or that area and so on. And then example of well-defined research question, just read. I will skip this. And then stage 2, proposing research. Sometimes there is no need this proposing proposal, but sometimes need. If you work for a company, then you may need this proposal, but for the individual or personal research, then you don't need this research proposal. But if you need, then you need this written proposal contents, purpose, then project purpose, why do this research, and then the proposed method, what kind of method you will use, then extent of analysis, timing, when, delivery results. After done this, finish that result, what can be like improving or solving and so on. And then what budget, what personnel, human resource need, and so on like that. So here maybe they need a proposal process like this. Here about the budget, using some money, but the result is not valuable, then without doing the research, just cancel or go back if the value exceeds, like using the problem, if dilemma or problem is dropping sales. So they propose marketing, like advertisement. So using advertisement to improve that increase sales. But by research, using like $10,000, but sales increase like $5,000, then why do that? So if value exceed cost, not exceed, get rid of, stop, and if we exceed cost, the benefit is greater than cost, then go, and so on. Okay, stage 3, designing the research project. Kind of blueprint. Later, we will talk about this more about this design framework of research. But briefly, from my research example, team one's example. Okay, using unemployment data. So using that unemployment data, how can you prove the impact of COVID-19? It's my question.
So I would say that just gathering the different data we can find on if unemployment has risen like exponentially during the first months, then that would be like part of our management dilemma. Like that would
Okay,
be
good.
one question.
My suggestion, using longitudinal research. So last year's data from January to September, and then this year's from January to September, compare. So it's like a design, research design. So your case, you can use longitudinal, compare previous years and this year's. Then there is something difference. So and then using when you do that using hypothesis test. So research design, what kind of data use, and then how to get the result, and then what kind of research tool you use. So my case, face mask effectiveness. My case, using face mask required states, and then non-required states, compare. And then using hypothesis test, and then result, and so on like that. So research design is like that, kind of a framework. What kind of data use, and then what kind of research tool, technology use. We will talk about this later again. And data collection, what kind of data, and then how can you get data? So your cases, all four teams using web data, secondary data. And then data analysis, how can you analyze data? And then interpretation. This will, we will talk about this step by step later. And then reporting the results. Some of the students ask me, it's kind of the deliverable of your research paper. So reporting the result, we will talk about this later again too. Contents of your research paper. So what contents you need. We will talk about that later again. That's all. Quick, short tonight. Team assignment by next meeting. Next meeting is online only. I will remind you again. Next class is online only. So by that time, by next class, we will talk about discuss. So discuss with your team member research question. Develop your team topic based on your team topic. Develop, state your team research question. So already you decided the team topic, right? So based on your team topic, what is the research question? You don't need state dilemma. You don't need state management question. Because this one is different. So there is no dilemma. Maybe a dilemma is the COVID-19 kill many people. But you don't need state what is dilemma, what is management research, management question. Just research question only. Just if you can meet your team members and develop team research question based on your team topic, and then what kind of data you need, and then how can you get data, and then where you can get data. So make one kind of if it is a PowerPoint slide, that is good, or just in Word type. So I will ask in next class, share your document. So prepare. What is your team research question based on your team topic? And then what kind of data you will collect? And then how can you collect? And then where you collect the data. Any question? Okay, if there is no question, then even it is not short, but that's all, and see you next Monday, online only.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, no question.
Okay. Throw the stone, throw the you.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Good night. And
Good night.
See you next week.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Dr. Kim,
Yes.
I have a question.
Okay, good.
It was just about the assignment that we had due last night.
Mm-hmm.
I was just curious on your input for my Excel sheet if I did the data importing, not from the website, but from the that text
Uh-huh.
that you gave us. I don't know if I did that right. So could you, do you have access to what I submitted to you that we could take a look at it?
Now?
Well, I mean,
Later.
yeah, we could do
Don't
it.
worry about it.
Okay,
As long as you did,
okay,
the result is wrong or right, it doesn't matter.
okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I just ask you practice,
Yes.
because this one is this class is not a statistics class, not the analytic class. Just to give you idea and further your research.
Okay.
So just try that. That is good.
Okay, good. All
And
right.
then if you are more like interested in that part, then if you want to do it right, then I will teach you more, and then I will let you know more. So really, if you want to know if you do right or not, then I will let you know.
Okay. That sounds good.
Anyway, I will look at it, okay?
Sure. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Have a good one.
Thank you. Okay, bye.